walked in. You're just trying to get rid of them. No. I'm serious. They caught them all up.
That's good. Yeah, that's great.
Good problems to have.
Surface brightness.
Month of Sunday. Yeah, get to see them. Get to see them doing stuff.
No.
I'll wait just a couple of minutes.
Is it a short business meeting?
Pretty short.
That's a February business meeting. That's a minute.
Oh, that should be. I didn't change it. Unless I got the wrong. No, I just didn't change this. I try to do this while I'm multitasking and it doesn't work. I've got way too many things going on.
Every month when I do the newsletter, right when I send it, I immediately replicate it and start the next month.
Yeah.
And fix anything that I broke. And every time I manage to, I miss the date every time.
Well, I've got too much going on. But I'm getting ready to get rid of some stuff.
I took some stuff off my list.
Yeah.
I killed all my stuff. Killed it all.
Go back and do all the steps.
Oh, by the way, y'all are all admins of Facebook. Surprise!
All right, we're good? All right. Good evening, everybody. I'd like to call our March 14th meeting of the BAS to order.
I'll make sure I'm paid somewhere.
First thing I'd like to do is welcome our new members. We've got several that joined in January and February, and so I'm trying to just kind of take the previous 2 months at a time. Matt had the last 4 months, I think, in the newsletter. We got a lot of new members. Are any of our new members here tonight? Yes. That's right, Clayton, and you are. Nice to meet y'all. Yeah, we met you before. Yeah. And then Steve is fairly new. You've been around a little bit, but September. Yeah. Man, time flies. We're glad to have y'all, and just appreciate everybody being here. We now have 138 members who are active in Join It. And that's the biggest number we've had, which is fantastic. In our some business we need to take care of. We need to approve the minutes from the February 8th meeting. They were in the newsletter. And so I'll give you a few minutes as usual to just look these over, get out your binoculars in the back, and if everybody, I'll entertain a motion to approve when somebody is ready to do so.
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes as read.
Okay. Do I have a second? Second. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Okay. Minutes are approved. Jim, financial report, please, sir.
And the state of our finances is pretty good. Started February 7th with $4,043.44, and the disbursements total were $82.91. Deposits were $716.66. Ending balance was $4,677.19. The disbursements were, of course, the monthly MailChimp fee, and we spent $68.71 on 100-year anniversary supplies for the celebration. And total deposits, $676.66 for annual dues, and $40 I sold 4 more medallions. I'll get some home tonight if somebody wants.
There you go. Running a special. $10 each or 2 for 20.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you very much, Jim. We are indeed doing well financially. That's fantastic. Let's kind of roll through the committee updates. Kat, do you have anything from a membership perspective you want to mention?
So apparently Matt said they're all up to date. We're planning on leaving.
All what?
All
all-
up to date on the
Name tags. Okay. Okay.
Sorry. And we talked about we're planning on leaving them here. Ralph's going to give them to Kevin so that when people come, we'll have access versus me and Matt lugging them back and forth. And
Okay.
I just say if you don't know somebody, try to introduce yourself.
Okay.
And I'm guilty because I just realized I left mine in the car. Probably should wear our name tags so that new people do.
Here's that, Greg. That's your name.
All right. Very good. Anything else? Technology. Anything, Chris or Matt?
First time I've been here since before the fire, so everything appears to be working as well as it.
Good, good. Okay, so for our newer members, we stream this online. We record it for YouTube, stream it online. We also record the business meeting, so the program will be posted to the BAS YouTube channel, and we have several followers there. I don't know how many we got.
And my apologies to Richard for not getting his program in last month's newsletter. I forgot to copy the link. I'm sorry, Richard. I'll put both of them in next
I
week.
forgive you, man.
Thanks.
I noticed.
I know. I noticed it 5 seconds after I sent it.
I thought I spotted dueling pistols under his seat back there, you know. Okay. Greg, anything on the website?
No, we haven't added any really new content.
Okay.
Richard has been keeping up to all of the program, you know, what's coming up as far as observation nights and all that sort of stuff.
Good.
And that's a real help. I mean, that is a huge task that I think is maybe underappreciated, is that we have maybe 5 or 6 different social media venues that need to be updated with, you know, what's going on with the observing night. And that's no small task.
Yeah, I totally agree.
And it's always, it seems like you're always working on it.
And that kind of leads into advertising publicity. I know Mike's not here. Richard, anything you want to add there?
I just need to know for certain, like I haven't posted anything for April. Are we doing Cloudland Canyon?
Yeah,
in
we're
April?
going to do it.
Are we doing
We'll talk about that later, but yeah, we'll do it.
And are we doing Harrison Bay? I just need to know.
Yeah.
I talked with the people at Cloudland Canyon. We are confirmed there. Harrison Bay, I've called, but I've got no confirmation. So I say we go. And then,
Okay,
yeah.
that's fine. All I need is for somebody in a position to say,
Yep.
put
Yeah.
it on, and I'll put them on.
We go until they lock the gates on us.
They've been
You know?
screwy out at Harrison Bay
Yeah.
for the last 5-6 months because they've been paving and they wouldn't even take camping reservations out there.
Oh.
Wow.
They had, the last time we were out there, they had just freshly paved the rec hall place. They hadn't even
Yeah.
painted stripes yet. We didn't know who to park. We were very confused.
But if there's room in that area, then it probably shouldn't be a problem.
Yeah, and we'll talk about those two events in just a little bit, but yeah, we're definitely going to be doing those. Chris.
One thing that I meant to mention, I need to get to the mic and maybe Richard too, if you're interested. The comic shop I go to, they do a lot of community outreach, and I'm always like, hey, Cloudland Canyon's coming up, Cloudland Canyon's coming up, and they always want to go, but I think like the actual owners might be interested in talking to us about any kind of community outreach, because I know there's cosmic comic book characters out there too.
Yeah.
So don't know how well that would mesh, but it feels like you might intersect a different group of people that we normally wouldn't hit.
That
So.
sounds like
Yeah.
a potential program.
Yeah. We ran into a drum line one night out at Drum Circle one night out there at Harrison Bay. Yeah. Yeah, those feathers in your hair were kind of interesting.
Maybe one of the folks at the comic book shop would want to do a program on comic book characters and astronomy and a little thing like that, just as a guest
Yeah.
speaker. That would be interesting.
Yeah, that'd be great. Kat.
Yeah, so this kind of is on the free ticket for the con, but I spoke with them, they would give us a table at the convention. I think it's 2 days. It's in May, I'm looking up the day, it's May 17th, it's called Metro FanCon, and Matt's like, well, I wouldn't mind going and manning a table for a little bit, but I'm throwing that out there as a possibility.
Where is it?
I'm not sure.
I mean, it's in town?
Yeah.
Okay. Just make sure we're not talking about New York or somewhere, you know.
If y'all want to pay, I'll go to Comic-Con.
Yeah, I was going to kind of pony up for that one myself, but
It's a new con.
okay.
And they're going to have big time. Lou Ferrigno's going to be there. James Marsh. There's going to be but I met the guys at Dragon Con. They gave me a free ticket. I told them about, like I said, we might be willing to set a table, and they were excited about it. It wouldn't cost us anything for the table.
But yeah,
at
I
the
mean,
con.
yeah, I would say put the details out on Groups.io in the chat, and let's see if we can generate some interest on it. And if
Like
there's
a
interest,
picture of the flyer.
whatever you got. Yeah, any information you got, post it out there on Groups.io, and then we can kind of gauge interest and any.
Yeah, because I wouldn't mind having maybe I think 2 or 3 people might be enough, but it depends how many hours people want to put in or
Yeah.
like to go to it. Chris, you might be
Okay.
interested, right?
Yeah.
And then some of your friends, I don't know if they're going, but it looks like a good con.
I love a good con.
But these are gonna be local Chattanooga people at this convention. Well, there'll be some outside Chattanooga too, but.
All right, thanks, Kat. Yeah, just we can work on that one for sure.
Okay.
All right, moving along. Okay, liability insurance. Let me tell you where we're at. Still don't have a number. Talked to 3 or 4 different carriers. Some are okay with general liability. Some are okay with just officers and directors. I'm looking for the home run of both because I feel like we need that. And so I was this close to having a quote today, but I needed our EIN number, and I had to get that from Jim, and I got it back to the insurance company, and radio silence. So still waiting on that, but it's hopefully in the works.
These numbers, would they be annual?
Yes, that would be annual, but don't pay attention to those because. Okay, let's talk about upcoming events. April the 6th is the first Cloudland Canyon event of this year. It coincides with the weekend of the eclipse, and I know some of you are out of town. Richard will be here. I will be here. Greg, Jim. Okay, so we got enough to pull it off. So yeah, so let's plan on Cloudland Canyon on the 6th, weather permitting. You know, it's crazy. The total solar eclipse is on the 8th. We do not have a BAS event planned. So if you are planning to do the solar eclipse, good luck. Hope you get great clear skies, especially if you're traveling a long way, like some of you are. On April the 13th is the Harrison Bay Star Party. We just kind of talked about that a little bit. We're just going to go, weather permitting. You know, the weather is just nuts. And always look for a posting on Facebook or in Groups.io. If you're, I don't know, Clayton, y'all don't have Groups.io yet? You have that set up?
No, I was wondering with the last scheduled one with the weather, what kind of notification you put out.
Yeah, that's typically what we do is we put it on Facebook, and we'll put it on Groups.io, and
it'll also be on the website.
and it'll be on the website. Yeah.
The easiest way to get it, Clayton, if you'll go and search your email for your when you joined. You got an email from us right after you joined, and there is a link to sign up for Groups.io. If you click it, it'll automatically put you, and then you'll get our emails. You'll see all that stuff.
And it's just kind of like an email chat forum.
Yeah.
So, you know, it just gives you the opportunity to ask questions, and then everybody can chime in and answer, and it's done via email. So.
I just walked outside, looked at the weather, and said, "This is a bus."
Yeah. It was pretty easy decision. Pretty easy decision. Okay. Also coming up in April is the 20th and the 21st. In the newsletter, it's wrong.
Yeah, sorry.
That's all right. It's all right. It's not Friday and Saturday. It's Saturday and Sunday. NEAF, which is the Northeast Astronomy Forum in New York. Several of the members go. Is anybody going? Anybody going this year? I'm not going.
Dennis is going.
Is he going? Good.
Dennis is going.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah, he's got to keep up his streak of winning free stuff.
Yeah. So again, there's no BAS activity plan, but normally we have several that go, and it's, if you just want to geek out on astronomy gear, that's the place. It's just like fabulous. Okay, so those are the closest events that we have scheduled. We'll add more to this for next month, I'm sure. Let's see. Let's talk about our 100-year anniversary party or celebration that we had here. I thought it went very well. You know, a lot of people put a lot of effort into it, and just so glad that most of you were able to come out and attend that. It was a great event. Anybody else have anything they want to say about it, or, you know, impressions or whatever?
Can't wait for the next one.
I just want to say thanks for everybody worked hard for this, and as long as I've been a member of this, we've been talking of the BAS. We've been talking about the 100 year, and I feel like it was a roaring success. I mean, last year was a great year, and this year is a good year as well. But in no small part, David, to you. So thank you for your leadership.
Thanks. Well, I just tried to keep things organized, and my wife made some porcelain ornaments.
Which is fabulous.
Thank you. If you did not get one and would like to have one, there's a basket on the table by the front door here, and you can get one while supplies last. I think there's 10 left. So feel free to get one if you didn't get one. Even if you didn't attend, that's fine. Just grab one. I got one. I don't need another one. So just carry them off. But leave the basket. Okay. And notice here our banners over there, you know, we got those mounted up. Those banners are awesome. That was a great addition for our star parties, so people have a visual of kind of where to focus on and where to go, and so that worked out great. But back to the 100 year for just a second, I'd just like to thank everybody who helped plan, who helped set up, who helped tear down, who cleaned up, who brought things. I mean, it was definitely a BAS. It wasn't like just one or two people did everything. We all pitched in and had a hand in it, and so I'm just thrilled with the way it turned out. It was a great time to reminisce and just celebrate being together, and so glad that we were able to do that.
And we got to see Bobby in a suit.
Yeah, yeah.
Burial suit, man.
Well, we thought you were an undertaker when you walked in. It's like, wait, the funeral home's down at the bottom of the hill.
Where you can see the light.
Yeah, exactly, literally. All right. Next, just want to mention we still have a few coins left. If you want to purchase one, see Jim. Also mention our swag, if you want t-shirts, hats, coffee cups, whatever, you can go out to the website, get to our online store, and we get a small piece of that goes to the club. It's not a huge money maker, but we get a little something. Finally, I'd like to remind you that in May we're going to have club elections. So we're going to have elections for officers, and then we'll have the election in May. We will have, then they will take, the new officers will take, their term begins in June. And so we have to have the slate in the newsletter in April, correct?
That's right.
Okay, make sure I get all that right. So what we need is we need somebody to be the nomination committee of one. If we have more than one, the chair, committee, nominating chair. What's that? Well, if we can find 3.
I know.
Just saying.
Volunteerism is not the greatest thing we got.
Well, yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
That's true.
We prosper.
But if you want to volunteer to be on the nominating committee or chair that, it's going to be pretty easy this year. Jim has agreed to serve again as treasurer. Kevin Hahn is actually going to move from vice president to president, and I'm going to take some time off. So, you know, I've been at it a while. I know. So the only real open position that we will have is the secretary and vice president. So we'll need somebody for those 2 roles. And but again, one thing I'll say, nomination committee, need you to step up. If not, we'll get it handled. But the second thing I'll say is, if you're not in a leadership role, please consider doing that. We want to get other people involved instead of the same people, you know. So, you know, just think about volunteering to serve in a leadership role, and we'd be glad to get you guys plugged in. And
We've been trying to give him your name. Kelly Sanford. Hi, gang. Newest member here. Hate to interrupt your.
it's all right. Come on in. We've been interrupted before. But we will have those 2 positions vacant, so please consider getting into leadership. And the vice president role is and both the vice president and the secretary are good places to start getting into leadership, because the secretary role, we just ask that you take notes, minutes for the business meetings, and then get those to the newsletter editor, which is Matt, for publishing in the newsletter. And then the vice president is really a role that is kind of fluid, because Kevin over the last year has pretty much been focused on the 100-year events, and so he was basically like a project manager for all those things that we were doing, and that worked out great. This year, the vice president, I'm sure there will be other special projects, but that's someone who can work with the president to help split the duties and help keep things running, and it takes everybody. So please consider stepping up and becoming an officer. And for now, until we get this nominating thing worked out, if you have an interest, just see me. You can see Jim, any of the officers, and just let us know your interest, and we'll make that known. So just want to get that plug in there, because we're going to have to get this, we're going to have to get cracking on this and get this done. All right. I don't have anything else. Does anybody have any other business that needs to come before the meeting tonight? If not, I will entertain a motion to adjourn. Motion's made. We're adjourned. Okay. Tonight's program is